I've been having some technical difficulties, alright, the last couple of days. That's why I didn't go live the other day. Now I had to go live with the patrons, and then all of a sudden I ran into every problem you can. I'm still running into problems. It's like I'm getting hit with constant viral attacks. Constant viral attacks. What's up with that? Alright, maybe I might be Gucci. You know what it is. Give me 10 minutes. Let me blast this out to the world. You know what I mean? You do the same. Copy that link, shoot it over to your friends, shoot it over to your Discord, your friend group, your chat messages, your best friend, your mama, everybody. Alright, let me check this water. Let me grab this tea. You know what I gotta do. Alright. You know what it is. Oh man. Look at this. More technical difficulties. Let me see something. Oh, okay. So it's just that website. Yeah. So it's not my internet, it's the website. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. Told you. I've been dealing with all of the technical difficulties. You know what I mean? Let's hope I'm ready a little bit. And boom, we're live. What's up, everybody? It's G Mr. Drew welcoming you to another episode of the Andrew Goshevsky Experience. Is gonna be episode 849, I think. Something like that. My show, man. Just be happy I didn't call it It's My Show, man. You know what I'm saying? So what are we doing? Well, eventually we'll pick up where we left off with these. But for now, I got to I gotta get another video rendering. I mean, between video renders and, let me see, 573. So yeah, between doing all the video renders and okay, so 573, here we go. And video uploads and then updates and, you know, everything. Dude, my computer, my PC been doing the most. My PC been doing the most these past couple of days, and I've been over here. You know what I mean? I'm like an octopus. I'm a green werewolf. Don't hold me, but I was like an octopus. You know what I mean? I'm a green werewolf with 8 arms. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got like 4 legs and 4 arms. So I'm just trying to get myself situated and pick up where I left off with the video edits. You know, what was that, like 48, 72 hours ago, whatever it was. Man. Anybody else get a Streamlabs update? Anybody else get a Streamlabs update that's like, you know what I mean? Just hasn't been conducive. Streamlabs update that just hasn't been conducive to, you know what I mean? Man, I got so much glare. Hold on. Yo, turn up the glare in my headphones. I'll turn that light back on as soon as I get some video renders. Yo, look at me. Look at me looking like Street Fighter 2 Ryu Turbo Special Edition. Yeah. Here we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. This part. Yeah, it was such a struggle these last couple of days. It was a struggle just to get my Patreon exclusive, commission exclusive Patreon live stream going. I'm doing the craziest concepts now. I finally got to a part where I moved on to actually like illustrating concepts that I need in order to complete the map that I started almost a year ago. You know what I mean? Anybody who likes my maps, the maps that I put together. You know what I mean? Maps are a lot of fun. But yeah, if you like that stuff, I've gotten to a good place where now it's like, okay, now I'm definitely working on like the crazy concepts for the maps. And it was a beautiful foundation. It was a beautiful foundation to the to a lot of things. I talked a whole lot about the Ninja Turtles, yo. Yo. I talked so much about the Ninja Turtles. Believe it or not, the little gremlin, every time I look over my shoulder that was cooking up all that SFXNT talk that I was doing, is they're not cooking no more. It's just sitting over there like in a pot. It's still cooking. Like whatever that little gremlin cooked, is still cooking. But it's like just cooking in a pot on its own. It's just sitting over there. I'm like, oh dang. I was like, I feel like I need to do something now. Like it's gotten to that point. You know what I mean? These ideas just kind of work themselves out without me, and then it's like, oh, it's my turn. You know what I mean? What is this, like the quickest video in the world? This video is all talk. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at that doing that. But yeah, I missed y'all. Unfortunately, I hit those technical difficulties. What was it, like a day or two ago? Man, my schedule been crazy. Like the past 24 hours has been, you know what I mean? Took me back to the days of college. Took me back to my days of college. When your boy never got any sleep. You know what I mean? That's why I look like I'm so unkept. Like look at me. You know what I mean? Look how unkept I look. Even with the light off, you're like, dang, you can see the stubble. You can see the stubble kicking through. You know what I mean? Your boy has not gotten any sleep. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I love you so much, girl. I love you so much that I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna do it. No sleep. Damn, this video got like 30 seconds of me doing artwork. Oh, that's right. Is this one where I only drew one picture, one quick one. Okay, that makes sense now. Oh, blinking and winking on me? What are we doing? Okay. Yeah, my hair is such a mess right now too. I was like, yo, do I do my hair before I go live? I haven't gotten enough sleep. I'm like, I'm not saying like should I have slept or did my hair. I'm saying like I've gotten so little sleep. I feel like I'm back in college. That I couldn't even decide if I was like, should I do my hair? Boom, boom. Okay. Dang, what a crazy video this one is. It's a quick one, and then at the same time, it's a quick one, and then at the same time, I moved the page around a lot, it looks like. Like I think I did a lot of these off stream, you know, like 2-3 days ago. Oh dang. What's going on here? Hold on. Look at me dealing with hacks. Man, somebody must be mad at me. I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened very recently. That all of a sudden, all of my electronics and, well, specifically the internet is interneting so hardcore right now. I wonder what happened recently, like very recently, that my internet would internet so hard. Let me see where we at. Where we at? Yeah, we're only 30. Yo, we're not even 40 minutes in. We're not even 40 minutes in. We're not even 40 minutes in. Like, I wonder what happened so recently, like very recently, that all of a sudden my internet would internet so hard. Like, what's that about? Especially after the last, what, 48 to 24 hours I've had? Wow. You know what I mean? This might end up being one of them. This might end up being one of them streams. You know what I mean? I gotta sit here and do this instead of just like, you know, operate my business. What I call this one again? My show, man. This is my show. Be happy I didn't call it It's My Show, man. You know, it's almost as if somebody feels away. Like, this is the type of behavior that happens when it's like somebody who wants to be the type of person that doesn't feel away feels away, and then they start to behave in ways, and you'd be like, oh dang, I can't believe you would behave like that, internet. Internet. Hold on. Let me see. So it's still, now it starts to move. And then I really move it. So let me get it right before it really moves. There we go. Okay. How we looking? Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Back to the old tricks again. You know, because it worked out so well the first time. Second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. And after all these years, how many times has it been? How many times has it been, baby? Oh, dang. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have did that. Blinking and winking on me. Dang. Look at my 1 o'clock shadow. Are we back? Oh no. Yeah, that was so crazy. It's so crazy. What was it, yesterday? The Agex trailer dropped. I was doing so much research. Like, while I was doing all this computer stuff, there was some time that, like, I had nothing to do. I had to, like kill time. So I was like, let me research. And then I started researching some stuff, like some Ninja Turtle stuff. Hence why I was, like, talking about it so much on the commission exclusive Patreon live stream. You know what I mean? Jimmy said join on Patreon. You can join it. It's for free. And you know what I mean? And I was doing all this Ninja Turtle research, and then they dropped the Agex Street Fighter 6. Like an hour before I finished up. Not even an hour. Like, I was doing the research and it was taking forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was doing it for some hours. And then I was like, man, I'm getting exhausted from all this research. And then I went to go close the window, and all of a sudden I see that the thumbnail pop up with the Agex trailer, and I said, hold up. It said 45 minutes ago, and I said, oh snap, fresh and new. And immediately, because I'd been staring at Ninja Turtles for I don't know how many hours, like, I looked at Agex, I was like, man, he's green with a red bandana. And then he got like the red tattoo tails on his on his what are those, the trapezius muscles. You know what I'm saying? like I was sitting there staring at red, gold, and green for hours, and then I get greeted with the Agex, the NWO Agex trailer. There we go. That's what I needed to do. And then I mean, looks cool. You know, like I'm so old, but I was a part of the Street Fighter camp where, like, Street Fighter 3 came and went. What? Street Fighter 3 like been out for years, and I was like, when is Street Fighter gonna make Street Fighter 3? Like that's how Street Fighter 3 went with me. And then I finally like looked at it, and I was like, where's Guile? Where's Blanca? Where's Dalsum? Yo, where's E Honda? You know what I'm saying? like I was looking at Street Fighter 3 and I was even like, wait, so this is the one that got that samurai guy in there, right? And they're like, no. I'm like, but they got a ninja girl in there. Where's the samurai guy? And they're like, nah, that's Alpha. And I was like, you know what I mean? Like by the time I knew that Street Fighter 3 existed, I wasn't even familiar with Street Fighter Alpha. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm Street Fighter 2 to death. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Street Fighter 2 are like this, son. So you know what I mean? Like Alex, like I never even got. I don't even know if I've ever played. I've had to have played Street Fighter 3 at some point in my life. I had to have. You know what I'm saying? There's no way I couldn't have. Oh no. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I couldn't even really have an honest conversation to be like, yeah, I played Alex before. Like, I couldn't even tell you, you know? But I was always like, he looks cool, and then when you learn a little bit more from him, like he's kind of like he's kind of like the Hulk Hogan to Hugo's Andre the Giant. It's like, oh, okay, I guess he's cool, you know. But then by that time, like Street Fighter 4 is already out. And I'm a Shoto stan, you know what I mean? Like I'll play any and every game, you know, Capcom crossover games, Marvel 2, Marvel Infinite, you know what I mean? I stopped playing video games in the PlayStation 3 era when my PlayStation 3 crashed on me, and I had Marvel Ultimate, Marvel 3, you know what I mean, the super duper edition. I had everything in it, and I was playing that one. I would still just select like Ryu and Akuma, you know what I'm saying? I would be like, yo, Ryu and Akuma, and then I'd just pick any third character. Like, me and Street Fighter 2 are like this. I don't want to hear it. There we go. Yeah, see, it like moves around a lot, but whatever. So yeah, like learning about the reception of Street Fighter 3 as a whole, and then learning about like all the characters that are, you know, synonymous with Street Fighter 3. A lot of them made like their comeback in Street Fighter 4, and then some of them in Street Fighter 5. So you know what I mean? It was like, as I was catching up, growing up, just, you know what I mean? Not playing video games, but like getting back into the scene. You know what I mean? Those 10 years I took off after my computer crash in 2013. Like getting back into the scene, and then, you know, ultimately getting a computer at some point. You know what I mean? Learned about how cool Street Fighter 4 is, since it's so Shoto centric. And then than how wild Street Fighter 5 got. But I'm happy for Street Fighter 6. I feel like they're doing things cool. You know what I mean? And then like Alex following along with the Hulk Hogan thing, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, right? I'm pretty sure. You know, hitting that NWO era. I was there for the NWO era. Like I wasn't ever like the biggest wrestling fan, but like I used to watch it when I was a kid, and I believe I was still a kid when NWO like became a thing. I wouldn't watch it like religiously like a lot of people do. You know what I mean? Like if you know someone who watches wrestling, like they watch wrestling. You know what I mean? Like by the time John Cena got involved, like I didn't know. Like John Cena had to have like become John Cena long before I even knew. You know what I mean? So I bowed out somewhere between NWO and John Cena. You know what I mean? But like The Rock, Can You Smell? Like all that. You know what I mean? So I always had like much respect for Hulk Hogan. So to see like Alex like taking it to the next step further into like the Hulk Hogan mythos, it'll be interesting because I mean, I'm not saying like they're doing it one for one, but it would be interesting to kind of try to recollect what Hulk Hogan did afterwards, you know? Like, I don't think Hulk Hogan like retired as NWO, you know? Like I'm almost certain he went back to being Hulk Hogan for like a second, and then he's like, I'm also out. I'm also out skis, you know? So, you know, we'll see. Like, I don't think Alex is going to be going back to trying to be the hero anytime soon in, like, Street Fighter 6. But, like, in the future of this character, I could see that happening. Like, right now, he's the dark horse. But then, he'll, you know what I mean? He'll don the Ninja Turtle colors again, you know what I mean? Wasn't I just talking about, like, wasn't it on stream? I was talking about, like, the SFXNT crossover game that is just sitting over there in a pot, just, like, bubbling, smelling good and all that. I'm like, dang. Like, wasn't I talking about, like what Street Fighter characters are from New York? Alex is one of them, and he's, like him and Mikey would fight over, like, who has the best pizza, or they'd fight over the last slice or something like that. Within the lore, this make-believe lore that I'm not working on, but is for some reason being worked on in the background. I don't know, it's starting to smell good to me over there. So, alright, let me add this. Can I render this video, please? Alright, so I'm gonna render this video. Oh, let me do this. Let's go here. I'm gonna go grab that tea. Who else do I have to work on? Cause I'm happy with these two. I feel like the strength, like I got enough of a design here that I can go ahead and do something with them. Like by the time I get them in the novelas, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 other characters. Technically 5, because I kind of forgot about one. I forgot about another one. So yeah, that's 7 characters from the previous map. But I think these 2 are down, you know what I mean? So I got 5 left. And what was his name? Oh, that's right. Yo, I gave my characters the craziest names for no reason. It was like the first sounds that came to my mind. I was like, that's their name. So yeah, I got 5 more characters. So I got 1, 2, and technically one of them's kind of done. So maybe I'll jump on that one next. Dang, how do I wanna tackle this? That's how I wanna tackle this. How dare I? How dare I? What's that idea? Yeah, let me see. Get this over here. And let me look this up. Dang, what? I think it's that one. But what? I forget where that's from though. So hopefully this is close enough. Yes. Yes. Look at me. Now, hey you, good song. Look at my video. Look at my video finish rendering. Hey you, good song. You gotta join the Patreon if you want to see my references. You know what I mean? Like I don't be sharing my references on stream, but if you join my Patreon, I will post my references on Patreon after the stream, and every time I do, I'll be thinking of you. Alright, so let me do this. Dang, I really need both hands for this. Hold on. Type it one finger at a time with one hand. There we go. Is this it? That's it. Is that the whole thing? I don't know if that's the whole thing. Web file. You gonna make me do it. You gonna make me do it. How dare you? You gonna make me do it. Okay. Now, is that everything? I mean, it's enough. I got what I needed from it, I suppose. Okay. Alright. Let's do this. I didn't expect that to render so quickly. I thought I would at least like drew a line or two before. Where you at? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I forgot I had that plugged in. We can eject. We can eject that. I forgot I had you plugged in. Look at me. I've been so busy, y'all. Whoa. Yeah, I've been real busy. Why are you? Whoa. Hold on. Why? This stuff is like from a month ago. Over a month ago. This should not be in here. I got rid of all that there. Great. Alright, so now I need to go through here. Now I gotta go through these things. All this I can get rid of. Yeah. Yeah, why is this even coming up on here? My bad, y'all. Like I said, my bad. I've been doing the most. My computer been doing the most, and I've been doing the most with it. I ain't even had time Didn't even have time to shave. Look at my 1 o'clock shadow. Alright, so I can get rid of this. Okay, and then those I can get rid of. All that, do those. Yep, I can get rid of those. Okay, I can get rid of all this stuff then. Okay, that's so strange. What's going on here? Why? Why aren't you? Great. All right. So this is gonna be a thing now. Sorry, y'all. Really, I can't even pull that up from here. Oh wait, is it called? Yeah. Okay. Yo, my computer is tripping. My PC's been tripping. Here we go. Yo, can I enjoy my tea, please? You know? Can I enjoy my tea? Now for you. Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Hold on. Look at me not paying attention. You fix one thing, another thing wants to Yeah, I should probably look up that Hulk Hogan thing, because I'm almost certain he went back to being, you know, like the Hulkster or whatever, like Hulkamania style. Oh wait, can't I look that up over here? I can. Yeah, let me just look that up. Did Hulk Hogan go back to the red and yellow after red and yellow? Did Hulk Hogan go back to the red and oh my god. After the election. No, after NWO. After the NWO phase. Yes. Yes, Hulk Hogan returned to the red and yellow attire in 1999. Yeah, okay. See, I knew I was still like a kid. Attire in 1999 after the New World Order, the NWO. This marked a significant moment in his wrestling career as he embraced his iconic character once again, which had been a part of his identity since the late 1970s and early 1980s. So yeah, 20 years. Was it 2026? So what year did Street Fighter 3 come out? What year did Street Fighter 3 come out? 1999. Wow, so Alex gets made based off of Hulk Hogan, like Hulkamania Hulk Hogan, when Hulk Hogan makes a decision to go NWO style the same year. Whoa. See, I was there when NWO was created, so I remember that. I definitely don't remember Street Fighter 3 back in 1999. That's a lot. Yo. How cool. But 1999, so that makes it 17 years ago, roughly. Well, more like 16 years, because it's saying December 16th, 1999, so, you know, 16, 17 years, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Hulk Hogan would have been about Hulk Hogan for nearly, yeah, 17 to 27 years at that point. Wow. All I'm saying is that I would imagine, you know, in 2050, when we get Street Fighter 7, Alex might return, and he'll may or may not recover from his heel turn. But they gave him his old school attire like they did every other character, so this is whatever. it was crazy. I wasn't really feeling the art, like the promo art for Alex, like the sneak peek, the announcement art, you know. Let me see. What is this? Season 3, Street Fighter 6 season. Street Fighter 6 season 3, maybe. Where they? Let me see if I can find the artwork. Yeah. Yeah, so let me grab that. Let's do this. You know what I mean? So you could see the Alex GIF in the corner, so you can kind of gauge what he looked like in his origins. They committed an atrocity in Street Fighter 5. You know what I mean? With a lot of characters, not just his. So you know what I mean? You know, Street Fighter 5 just had a wild look, I suppose. Well, yeah, here's the season 3 like announcement art, right? Like, I gotta admit, I wasn't feeling Alex's design in the announcement art here, and I kind of figured out what it was. I was like, why doesn't it look like Alex? I couldn't kind of figure it out. Like I said, I'm not all that familiar with his character. But then two, I was like, but also, why do I not like the way it looks? You know what I mean? And I figured out what it was. It was partially just the pose, because his head, because he's like leaning in, his head is like in with his shoulders, collars, you know, like you know what I mean? His head isn't standing above his body, his head is in with the body, and you have all that hair, and then you also have all that all the fur in the collar, all that fur in the collar, and all that hair, and they're pretty much the same color. You know what I mean? You got like the beige fur with the blonde hair, and it's like rendered. You know what I mean? It's not like cell shaded or anything like that. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like highly rendered. So the fuzz, the fuzz lining in the collar, and the hair, you know what I mean? It was just a lot. And you know, all of it being right there, I'm like, why doesn't this look like Alex? Like I couldn't get it. You know, it's not like I immediately wanted to go run and figure it out and go grab, you know what I mean? Like, what did he look like? Like it was like, oh yeah, he doesn't have the bangs, he doesn't have the ponytail, like he just has the hair down. It was like, okay, so that's why it doesn't look like him. But also, the hair is conflicting with the fuzz, just in that pose. You know what I'm saying? Not the overall design. Since then, I've seen the concept art, and I've watched the trailer. You know what I mean? I think, you know what I mean? Like I think he looks great. Let me see these. Let's see if I can grab the concepts right here. Because I already saw the concept, so I know it's already out there. No. Dang. What if I try to limit it to the past 24 hours? Because I know the concept art is already out there. Like, I could probably find it on like on X real quick. Wow. Let's try past week. In the past week. Huh. How dare they? They're gonna make me have to send this to myself. Cause I know I synced it and I know who has it. Where you at? Oh man, you updated your logo and everything, bro. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, so that contrast because of the art style in the art style and the concepts, it doesn't conflict with itself as much. You know what I mean? But the hair being the way that it is, not in the ponytail, so it's just kind of down, kind of like how I have mine right now. It's a hot mess. Like, here we go. Let me see. So yeah, that announcement art just was not doing it for me. But then I saw the trailer. I'm like, yeah, all right. So it looks good. So yeah, that's kind of it right there. Like, how cool is that stuff? I love looking at this stuff. Like it would be a dream come true for me if anybody wanted to be like, yo, make some concept art for me. You know what I mean? It's like, part of the difficulty for me is because so much of my concept art is just made for myself. So me being my own client, I don't have to step up to communicate with myself to the nth degree. You know what I mean? Like, I leave visual notes and visual cues. You know what I mean? Within my own art style. And, you know, it's sticky note size and there's not all that much detail and everything like that. But it's like, I need to... There are always like little notes in there, and I may forget them until I come back and then I'll look at the picture real quick, and I can point out things like little visual notes that I leave myself, where I'm like, oh, okay, that's how that works. That's you know what I mean? But I would imagine to anybody like looking at these things that they probably just see like, you know what I mean? Like a hot mess of just randomness, and you know, like, how could I really tell what something looks like without that having every specific thing defined? But it's because it's for myself. There's so much information that I just hold for myself, because all of this is coming from me. So it's like, all right, me being my own client, it alleviates that much work to be done, right? But then you know what I mean? Like, I see stuff like this, and it's like, anybody looking at my stuff, and I got people trying to tell me about my art, and it's like, I don't think they understand that aspect of, like, I'm my own client when I do these things. You know what I mean? But if, like, somebody were to hire me and be like, yo, you know what I mean, do your art thing, and I would definitely, like, polish it up, you know what I mean, and definitely give all the visual cues and notes and little things here and there, and just be like, yeah, like, all this goes this way. And then if there was ever anything that needed a specific detail, the gloves are like this, or the brand says that, or the you know what I mean, they have a pin right here and the pin is for this reason, or that thing that you wanted, this is where I put that, you know what I mean, things like that, you know what I mean, all the extra information that needs to happen when you work for somebody else, because you need to be able to do that. But yeah, you could see how his hair, the way that it falls, his hair is basically a direct connection to the fur lining on his collar. You know what I mean? It's almost as if the fur lining is the notation for where the hair goes, So it's almost as if his hair grows from the collar onto his head. Or vice versa, the hair grows onto the jacket, and wherever the hair touches, that's where that's where the collar on the jacket goes. Things like that. But yeah. I just love looking at concept art. You know what I mean? After I did that Bayonetta study, and I did it for a year, and I kind of grasped it about halfway through. So that way, by the time I was like 3/4 of the way through, I was like, I got it for sure. Because halfway through, I started seeing like what concept was, how to visually communicate, and why things were drawn the way they were for the Bayonetta stuff. And I was like, oh, because they need to communicate all this information this way. It's the quickest way to cover as much information as possible. I got it. You know what I mean? Like, looking at it and then moving forward with that knowledge, with that theory, and being like, okay, yeah, it's there. That's what it is. And then ever since the Bayonetta study, now I look at these things and it's more than just like good looking artwork. It's more than just highly rendered artwork. There's a ton of information that's just being visually shown. And that's like just the dance between the artist and the client. But yeah, I look at this stuff and I'm just like, oh, this is so cool. And then you get like the graffiti art of their name, and then that's just like that's just some lucky artist who, you know what I mean? They're like, yo, go do that graffiti thing. Go do that graffiti thing that you do. And they're like, who are we doing this time? And it's like, yo, Alex is up. Right. You mean the guy who has the Ninja Turtle colors? Man, I can't wait to do a Ninja Turtle color Alex graffiti. And they're like, no, he's hitting his NWO phase. And he's like, no. It's all black and red. Wait. Here we go. But yeah, that stuff. Oh yeah, my bad. Jump back over here. This stuff always looks so cool to me. I love like looking for it, finding it, all that good stuff. When the Street Fighter 6 leak happened before the game released, you know, a couple years ago, however many years ago it was now, like looking at those characters, I just stared at that stuff for a hot minute, and I was just like, oh man, you know. See, yeah, exciting. It's super exciting. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, so I went from not feeling that character to seeing the trailer and being like, oh, never mind. Like, it was just the angle that he was drawn at, you know? And then, like, looking at this art, I was like, oh, okay. Makes total sense. But, like, so what, they brought in Sagat. Oh, so the only one that's left, Sea Viper and, they brought in Sagat, Sea Viper, and Alex now. The red, the gold, and the green colors too. Look at that. Yeah, so the only one that's left is Ingrid. How cool is that? Like, I know people have, you know, they feel a way about Ingrid. I feel like she's gonna show up. I feel like Ingrid's gonna show up, and she's gonna probably end up being something like a something character. Let me see if I can find this character. And I'll be like, I remember when this character showed up, and everybody was like, "What? It's so weird." Like, I think she's gonna be a weirdo, you know? Check this out. What's that called? What's his name? Do I just... Yeah, because he came out like a couple years ago, so it's not gonna be anything like so fresh and so clean. Why is it giving me less and less? I forgot they ended up giving this character a name. I think canonically he didn't have a name before, and then they ended up giving him a name, and I don't know what the name is that they gave him. So I'm trying to find him from his not name isn't helping. Oh wait. Why isn't it giving me... Oh my god, that's why. I'm tripping. There we go. That's his name. I would have never guessed that. But yeah, talking about Ingrid. I think when she shows up, she's probably going to be something reminiscent of this character here when he showed up in Guilty Gear Strive. I remember when I first saw him, I was just like, I don't even know what fighting games are anymore. You know what I mean? Like this character controls like a mini game. You know what I mean? It's like press start and select, and then and then you're playing Tetris, and you have Tetris controls, and when you have Tetris controls, you attack this way, and then when you hold both the R and the L triggers, you're in this mode, and then when you press the buttons, they, you know, you're playing Excite Bike, and you gotta, you know what I mean, your attacks go this way. It's like I don't even get it anymore, you know what I mean? But like when that character showed up, like I was just like, super interesting though, you know, super interesting as far as like the variety that fighting games present. And I don't play video games anymore, so I don't know like how different Strive is, like the controls in Strive are to Street Fighter 6. I'm sure, you know what I mean, there's like mad differences, right? But I would imagine Ingrid will still be like that weird, you know what I mean? She'll be that type of weirdo with, you know what I mean, like stand back and just launch things from across the screen. Well, yeah. And who knows, man? I think she'll probably end up being neat, especially with the redesign and with like all the characters, how all the characters just seem to be done right. Because I feel like Alex is probably, you know, besides Ingrid, you know, but Ingrid has barely had any game time. Which she's only ever been in like 1, possibly 2 games, you know, like so obviously Ingrid aside, like Alex was probably the one to have the most worry about, you know. Sagat knocked it out of the park, Sea Viper knocked it out of the park, and then Alex, like they did what they did, but I watched his was it Move List? The Move List trailer, whatever, you know what I mean, like his gameplay trailer. And yeah, like I was watching it, and I was like, does Zangief even have this many, like, I don't even know what they are, like command grabs? I was like, does Zangief even have this many? You know what I mean? But it was dope. But it was dope. I was like, yeah, he looks like a wrestling character. Like I feel like this is what they're supposed to do. Anyway. You know, it's gotta be I wonder how difficult it is to have to sit there and try to like program the animations character to character when it comes to like grapplers, with the amount that he grapples, to like have to maneuver around a body and all the entanglements that happen. You know what I mean? How he has to like kind of like all the limbs kind of have to like, you know what I mean? Like just get entangled the way that they do in order to pull off wrestling moves. You know what I mean? Like I just wonder. And then you have characters the size of Zangief, and then you have characters the size of Lily, and it's like, you know what I mean? Alex has to have those animations for each character. So it's like I wonder just like how difficult it is to like make something like that work. You know, like I could draw a mean picture and I can communicate ideas visually all day. But like programming stuff, I'd be like, yo, good job. I'll be like, that looks tight. I'll be like, you did that. You did that. Like, I'll be like, yo, all I did was draw a picture. But the way that you got that animation to work on a Zangief and a Lily, I don't know how you did it, man. Good. You know, speaking of Street Fighter music, how crazy was that song? Like, I didn't even hear the song until the end when it became like very apparent that that song was playing, and I was like, yo, what is this song for Alex? You know what I mean? Like, I was sitting there thinking about like, I was like, what is he got, like Baby Goth, like performing for him in the background? Like, what are we doing? Like, he's in his NWO era, and we got, you know, I was gonna say B2K, but it's not B2K. What are those guys to be called? TBH, the Korean boy band. What are they called? Like B2. It's not B2K. I was like, how did Alex get the Korean boy band to sing for him, you know? Here we go. What's up? Da. Oh, oh. Wizard move. Alright, so about here. Okay. Oh dang, I didn't even mean to do that. I got the green tank on today too. Dang. I ain't even mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. That is an accident. That was in what they call an accidente. ¿Cómo se llama accidente? Es un accidente. Ay, Dios mío. There we go. There we go. Oh, dang. back. That's how we do it. Oh, that you brought everything back. How dare you? Wait, why didn't you bring the Agex concept art back? That's crazy. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, of course it did. Dang, book's all sideways. My bad. Alright, what am I doing? Close that out. Uh, 6. My bad. Here I am thinking like, oh yeah, I'm just video editing. I forgot. I switched up the program on y'all. There we go. Dang. What's happening? There we go. It's looking a little cloudy in the room. Are you sure your light source isn't that close to the camera lens? Alright. Hmm. Was it a 12-minute video? I was gonna run this so quick. What just happened? What just happened? Stop doing that. 1 minute. It's gonna render in 1 minute. Alright. Oh yeah. I was gonna draw that, huh? Yeah, that video's already almost done rendering, so. Damn, I'm not even. Not even familiar with this one, so how do I want to go about doing that? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get anything here. Hmm. Really? What are we doing? We did this last time, you doing this again? What are we doing? Come on. Makes no sense. Oh yeah. Got like 30 seconds. What? Hmm. My bad. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So I've been thinking about strength, man. Strength, might, the power to fight. Is it money, authority, a cool job, a ton of likes? Okay. Let's keep it simple. I want to be strong. Can you believe it? We got self-driving cars. The time's coming, we'll be taking rockets to Mars. And yet you still got folks out there using their fists and bodies to seek strength. Yeah, I hear you, man. We're all a bunch of fools.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you want to know about strength, you just gotta get to it. We fighting fools are all getting to it on the streets.
Hmm. Alright. And with that said, I want to thank y'all for stopping by. Thank you for watching. I'm G Mr. Drew. It's at G Mr. Drew on all socials. Follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. GMrDrew.art, the website. Link is in the bio. Check it out. Links to everywhere there. Merch stores, buy all that merch. Patreon, buy all that Patreon. You're missing out on the live streams. I'm loving everything I'm working on in there. But it's like, you know what I mean, extra. And then Blue Wings, 50% off. Can't make it no cheaper for you. No time, no wait, no excuses. 6 workouts a day, 6 days a week. Love y'all. Bye. Pum 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 pum.